It breaks my heart. They ain't believe in us. We the best.
Cells.
Jealous.
Racing that love, more blessings, more life. Yeah. Everyone is now. Look at us now. How it sounds. They didn't make it all. They didn't know. Oh, yes, you do. All right, man. I don't know about y'all, but that song right there, that resonates with me. So I had to get this started on a good note, little musical vibe. I'm gonna get an intro video one of these days. I'm gonna learn how to set up an intro video on this. Well, let's see, man. How y'all doing, man? How y'all feeling today? Sunday. What time is it? 9:45. Well, my time. I'm central, so man, 9:45. It's a great day, man. A lot of great things in the market going on. So let's get straight to it. Let's get to it. Hold on, let me hide this shit off my screen real quick. Why you acting bougie? Why you acting bougie? All right, cool. All right. So let's take a look at the news. We got, hold on, what it is today. Today is the fourth, fifth, fourth. All right. So for most of y'all already know, NFP was last week, which is the non-farm payroll. Let's see, non-farm employment change rate. So unemployment rate did increase by 2%. Well, 0.2% technically. Right. So we had a forecast 3.5. We came out 3.7, which is negative for the economy because what this right now is really telling us that unemployment rate is still increasing. We did start to see some decrease over these past few months, started 2022, but we're seeing that economic growth starting to slow back down again, especially once you start getting to the later part of the year is when you see job growth. Like right now, like August, September, October, you'll see job growth kind of slow down. November, December, you'll start to see it kind of pick up because you'll have a lot of people, well, kind of mid-October too, because you'll have a lot of people working at haunted houses. The holiday season brings money, right? So you have people spending more money, getting out, doing more things. Damn, I did not do a mic check. I don't even know. Hold on, y'all. I just thought about that. Mic check. Mic check. All right, cool. Speaker. I think this. Hello. All right, cool. I'm assuming this is working. I see my mic. Y'all can hear me one way or another. I don't know which mic y'all can hear me from, but hey. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Why won't you ever just? All right. So when it comes to non-farm employment change, right? So we was estimated to add about 295,000 jobs. We added 315,000 jobs, right? So we're still seeing the increase in job growth rate we see over the past couple months. We've constantly still, been above forecast. Now, how much does that actually show on in reality? Okay, whatever. But let's take a look into this week. So typically, like the week after NFP is really not really heavy impacted on news. So this week, looking forward, mostly we'll be looking at is just technicals on everything. It won't be a lot of fundamental news that's going to play too big of a part. If you're trading like USD pairs, I don't think GDP has too much news. Like we see Monday is pretty much straight yellow folders besides AUD, with the cash rate, RBA rate. I don't really trade the Aussie dollar, so I never really look at that. Tuesday we had the ISM service PMI, which is the Institute Supply Management Services Purchasing Managers Index. I'm pretty sure. which really is just a index survey of about like 30, is he 30 or 300? Let's see, 300. 300 person managers. They're just asking them like, hey, what are your business conditions like? Like, what's your employment, production, orders, prices, right? And they do these surveys to kind of get a gauge on what's the economic health of things, right? Because you want to know the economic health, you go straight to the source, the companies, the purchasing managers, the people who are in charge of, all right, we're gonna keep this in stock, we're not gonna order this. Okay, we're gonna lay them off, we're not gonna do, you know what I mean, things like that. Um, so it kind of just gives us a view of how the economy is kind of doing. So we're estimated at 55, which is still above 50. Anything above 50 shows economic, growth. Anything below kind of shows contraction. So currently we're still projected for economic growth. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out Tuesday. Um, let's see. Wednesday or Tuesday, we also have final service PMI. I usually go more so with the ISM. I don't really pay too much attention to the final service because it's a more heavy impact and folder, but you can always check that out. I do trade a lot of GEP pairs. Well, not a lot. I play GJ and GU. So monetary policy hearing, that'll be interesting. Seeing a lot of yellow folders really. Overnight bank statement or rate statement for the CAD. FOMC member Mester speaks on Wednesday. Bernard speaks on Wednesday as well. Euro main. Oh, okay. I'm gonna check this out. Main refinance rate. Interest rate. Okay, so this would be interesting to see how this turns out. What day is this? Thursday. It looks like Thursday we might have some good movement in the euro. Have a lot of policy regarding interest rates. It looks like coming up, and we got Powell speaking on Thursday, and we got the ECB press conference. So Thursday looks like it's gonna be our most impacted day, and probably our most volatile day based on news wise. So we'll have to see how everything plays out there. See what the fuck Powell got to say. And then just more CAD news. So here's what I like. I like a non-fundamental type week, like just a strong technical type week. That's where I thrive. So we're gonna start off. Let's go to DXY, right? US dollar index. Anybody who know me know I'm a top down guy. So typically I'll start on a weekly. Here recently I've been doing just starting off on a monthly just to give myself a look to see how things are going, right? So let's just take growth, right? Massive growth over the past couple months. So let's just break down to the weekly. See how the weeklies, man. So we see uptrend, right? We're seeing higher highs, higher lows. We can definitely see that better if we're looking at the line chart. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We're seeing this uptrend movement, right? As well as if we bring back our drawings, we're seeing price really broke out of this main resistance zone over the past few weeks, right? Which was 103. That's been a strong resistance zone since about 2016, right? So we saw a breakout of zone retest, another higher high, higher low, and then continuation to the upside. So if we're looking at this pattern, right, we're looking for continued uptrend movement. The first kind of zones we'll be looking at when it comes to higher time frames is going to be, I think it's like 120. I believe I remember correctly. Let's see. Let's do 120. I think I was looking. Yeah. 120, right? QP level. So anybody knows me, I like quarter point levels or whole point. So things like 120, those flat numbers. When it comes to institutional trading, they use a lot more quarter point levels, whole point numbers. So not that I try to trade like the institutions, but in order to beat some, you got to know what they're doing, right? So with that in regards, I know they respect quarter point levels, and once I added that into my trade, and I saw the big difference that it made. So I've just been using quarter point levels ever since. So the first main resistance level I'll be looking for will be 120 in the coming weeks. In this level right here, right? The reason I choose this level, we see this is the previous higher high. Area was retested for a higher low. Retest again before breaking through, right? So we see this area and price right here is, I never added that to my thing. That's crazy. 1 second. Oh yeah, I did. All right, yeah. So we're seeing like this area in price is like a heavy, you know what I'm saying, respected. We're seeing price is gonna do some type of pause stop when it gets to this area. So that's gonna be an area I'm looking for, especially since we're, nearing this level. I'm not seeing any other strong levels that I really be looking for besides that. So I'm looking for a trend continuation to the upside, unless I start to see any type of confluence in chart patterns or candlestick patterns that negate that. But right now, still looking for upside continuation. We're very strong. I bet if we check the RSI, I probably overbought at this point. Yeah, so not too crazy on all. Why is it always on this? It's not too crazy. I think, hold on, wait, I never even said what it was. I think it's like, what, 70, 75, 71. All right, so we're looking at the weekly DXY. We're at a 71 overbought level. Still on a daily, we're about 68. So we're getting towards those overbought levels when it comes to US dollar, and it's because of the heavy movement that it's had over the past few months, especially with rate increases, interest rate increases, that increases the value of the dollar. So since the Fed has already said they really don't plan on stopping that like anytime soon, they already said like, hey, even though we've seen inflation, kind of slow down, we're not gonna slow down on the interest rates because we don't want to have an inverse effect if we slow that down. So they're going to keep pumping the interest rates up so they can really make sure that they have inflation under control, which is going to, of course, those bumped up inflation rates are going to trickle down to us because the banks have to spend more to loan money to each other. They pass that off to us by increasing our loans, things like that. Bank fees, interest payouts, like it's quite interesting how all of it works, honestly. Um, so back to just looking at chart work, right? Looking at the daily. Okay, that's 103. Looking at the daily. I haven't really looked at chart yet. One thing is this little zone where price was hesitant. We see do got kind of a bullish engulfing. What is that? Thursday. All right. So looking at the US dollar, right? So we see our overall trend is uptrend, right? We had a moment where we were downtrend. Like within your overall trends, you're gonna have current trends, right? So your overall trend is gonna be bullish. But we see is moments like this, where this is like 2 days where this is our current trend is a downtrend, right? We're downtrending in our uptrend, right? So now we just reached a point where we look to our left, higher high, higher low. We just surpassed this higher high, right? In a sense, just surpassed this higher high, retested, right? And now we're going to continue to the upside to potentially probably break above this level right here, was it's like 109, 800. So probably break a little bit above, come back, retest, move higher up, right? But I never, and I repeat this all the time, I never marry a bias, especially on Sunday. Markets haven't opened up. Like you always have an idea, but we never know what the markets are gonna do. And we don't want to try to know. We don't want to try to predict the markets or beat the markets. We want to trade with the market. So if price is going up, we're trading up. Price going down, we're trading down. We're not making this shit complicated. Like you want to take the complexity out of trading. It can be really simple, right? You want to make it as simple as it can be for you, whether you're an intraday trader, scalper, swing trader, whatever style of trader you are. You want to understand your dynamics of your trading plan, your trading goals, your trading risks, encompass that together while keeping everything as simple as possible and making the best setups happen. So, like this, we see price at first. Yeah, I had a little funk. It didn't want to break above this level, broke above, retested, take it higher. So we're going to be looking for continued upside movement prior to this 111 level. And your numbers. All right, so we're gonna see how price acts. I probably actually want to say, let's see what this is actually. 1-1 flat. Oh, it's not too bad of a roll. Okay, I like that. I'm actually use that one. That's my first initial look. Second, so I'm gonna change that to do something different. Sometimes like I'll color base like, all right, that first little level. Like if it's like a minor level that I think like price may just give me a little bit of resistance at, I'll make it like different color, like green, like just it may possibly just continue to blow yellow. I feel like it's a stronger level than red. Of course, it's where I feel like my strongest levels of resistance are sometimes. So you ever see like multicolors? That may be that's probably what that means. I don't do it all the time, but sometimes it just helps. So I'm gonna be looking for price to continue up. Honestly, I ain't looking anything else. BXY, which is the British Pound Index or the pound, right? The shows what the oh shit. I didn't catch that last week. Boy, I'm all really came down. So we just gonna take a look, and man, like I think these next few weeks, the months are gonna be really interesting. Excuse me, in the market for one of two reasons. We have a lot of currencies and a lot of pairs in very pivotal areas, right? So if we're looking at just British pound index, right, we see the British pound is at the lowest level it's been ever. Like, see, I don't really know. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really know what this big ass candle right here is. So I'm gonna just assume it's when they first got on the market. So I don't start considering like price action until right here, right? So to me, we at the lowest point we ever been in on the British pound index, right? Um, which when when levels start to get extremely too low, you have those potentials for pullbacks. So we already know the US dollar is in and or near overbought levels, right? We know British pound is near and or at undersold levels. We know US dollar trades against GU. So that's going to tell me one or two things to be looking forward when it comes to GU. I'm kind of going to be looking for potential reversal for bulls to come back into British pound index, especially with that rate increase, right? I think they had was that them or euro? Come on, man, euro. I think it was euro. No, it's euro. Even still, they might have a little like sprinkle in there, have a little cross benefit. Um, but this information like this is important to know, like understanding the rates of these currencies, right? Of the world. Let's see, I think it's my red this year. So British pound index, JPY, we're seeing like look, Japanese yen is at all-time lows, right? We're seeing a lot of these currencies, the euro, all-time low, right? Swiss, I don't really trade Swiss at all. Canadian dollar, low as fuck. It might be a double bottom with a retest. Oh, the retest that definitely. So that might continue to push back up. Bro, you know what's crazy? I didn't yawn a single time until I hopped on this camera. I've been up for a minute. Hopped on camera, instantly started yawning. Not even tired. I did have a fun night though. Right. So my main three, four, I main like to look at main one, US dollar. Anybody who know me know that's my baby. Like when it comes to US dollar, I don't miss. Um British pound index, I trade, like I said, I trade GUGJ a lot. So if you're trading GUGJ, you need to be looking at the British pound index, you need to be looking at the US dollar, you need to be looking at the Japanese yen, because all of these are going to be your biggest benefactor when it comes to understanding your trade probability, understanding when are your best high probability setups, because this is what they're trading off of, right? So boom, back to the British pound index. So if we look back at it, low, low, right? We see that undersold levels. Um, and right now it's in one of my critical. This is just my critical like zone of support. So honestly, I'm just looking to see what price does since we are in this strong, heavy, strong, like bearish movement. I'm not a counter trend trader. Like I said, I trade with the market. So if I'm seeing continuation to the downside, I'm gonna roll with continuation to the downside and the levels. Like when you see this, right? Like when you're seeing charts look like this where there's no more price movement to the left, what you do, this is where those quarter point levels come in super, super strong, right? So we're trading at 115. Okay, so my levels I'll be looking at is 114, 110, 112. I'm looking to see how price reacts to these whole numbers to see if we can get anything, any type of better movement, any better price action, right? Um, but right now, this is just telling me potential support zone, potential fallout. So I'm just looking to see how things go with that. This is why this week I feel like it's a really important week. Especially just because we don't have heavy technical. So I'm wondering if this is going to be where we have kind of um, stagnation, where you're seeing a lot of just consolidating trade, right? Or if there's going to be a week where you see heavy volatility because of, excuse me, weak financial economic data, right? So back to trade list, jumping around, back to GU. Huge, crazy. It's a nice looking chart though. So we looking at GU, right? We see shit fell out the water. Let's keep the whole bearing. Like we ain't gotta fake with ourselves, right? So we're seeing right now we're approaching a heavy support level, and just simple fact this the last fucking support level that it has right now. So we're gonna see how price reacts. Honestly, I mean, this week might be a real simple week of trading because, like, all right, so like, I haven't really looked at charts yet since like Wednesday. I don't think so. All this is like, hmm, I'm processing as you process it. Y'all probably didn't process it more. Y'all looked at it more. I don't know. I had a busy week. I wasn't even on charts. Um, just like everything else. Honestly, this is a wait and see. I don't really have too many predictions for what price may or may not want to do this week. I'm gonna wait and see how Monday. Well, not wait. I definitely want to see how market opens up, see how prices work through the initial couple hours of trading Monday. Let the markets open, let the world get to trade, see what they want to do. Well, I think we got potential for some quick buys. This will probably be a week where we see, since there's not a lot of technicals, where prices and things may increase, and then maybe next week roll back over to the downside or continue to increase. I don't really see too much US dollar weakness coming up. So in the fact that I don't see too much dollar weakness, that means, I'm looking for other pairs trade against the dollar to kind of be slacking off a little bit. So um I think this week we have potential to retrace a bit of some of these movements. So I'll be looking at things like that. Potentially looking at this trade. I think I got into a trade on GU at some point. I can't remember what point I got in, but I know earlier in the week I was trading GU. I think GJ is next. Uh, Hey, funny part, I was in Atlanta. KJ, if you're watching this, you already know what I was talking about. We sitting there at Invest Fest, and I was like, damn, well, that would have been a fire ass trade. I wasn't paying attention. But like just boom, right? We already see um we're just moving to descended channel right now when it comes to GJ. And GJ's movement right now. Unpreferred. Be my terminology. So we see over the last couple weeks, we've still been higher highs, higher lows over the last previous. We've been seeing like just a lot of not heavy movement, like you've seen like a lot of just weak candles. So I've honestly haven't been trading GJ too much. Um, I kind of just peep some real quick. Potential. Yeah. So honestly, I'm not really looking to trade GJ. Potentially if we come back down to this level or this level, I'll think about it. But right now, this is just you don't have. That's another thing. Yo, y'all don't have to trade every day, every week, every pair. Like if a pair just don't feel comfortable, like if a pair is just messy, like bruh, just don't trade it. Like don't like me personally, I take trades that I'm most confident in. My trade setups that I most see the probability in. GJ is not one of them right now, so I'm not even trading GJ. If GJ gives me a good setup, I'll start to see maybe touch of the descending trend line. I'll think about potential buys because that's also right above our support level, right? I'll see it go up. I'll think about it. But right now, I'm not even focused on GJ, so we're gonna move past it. Euro USD. I don't really trade Euro USD. I just mark it up for people, truthfully. But it's the same kind of concept I have is okay, heavy downtrends, I'll probably be looking for continued downtrends, right? It's not as bad as GU, so it still has room to go further to downsides. So probably be looking at that. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been messy too. Like honestly, I wouldn't say I've been doing a lot of like just watching charts. I've been doing a lot more just visual analyzation. Like you don't got to get into the market all the time. I think that's like a key thing people forget. Like you don't have to constantly be in the markets. Like it's okay, step away, go live a life, or read a book, like or just watch it. Like you can watch markets without having to trade it. You know what I'm saying? It kind of helps on that anxiety aspect. like when you mark up charts, you don't always have to take your markups, just mark it up, see how it plays out. You know what I'm saying? That is what I like to call a confidence builder. It's like trading a demo account, right? Once you get really good at trading a demo account and trading it logically, not trading it like just, oh, I'm on the demo. Ooh. No, but like treating your demo account like a real account, trading it logically and ethically, then you can see better results. Like with this, we saw ascending uh channel breakthrough, kind of right above these areas of what I will call potential supports. Right. It's not really doing a whole lot. It's kind of just consolidating within this little area here. So um I'm not looking for anything crazy. I would like to see, man. Honestly, I think Bitcoin, I think cryptos can keep coming down. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think cryptos can keep coming down. They have room to keep coming down. Um, how far? Hey, I ain't gonna be the guess of that. But I think cryptos stay in trouble right now. They not. Now Ethereum's a little different because they have the merger, which before I talk too deep on it, I want to do more research because I've read up on it. Um, I think it's moving from proof of stake. Matter of fact, let's go over it. Fuck it. Yeah, so was proof of work, it's moving to proof of stake. Now there's a video here. It's probably a decent video, right?
The
16
Ethereum
minutes.
merge, despite being one of the most significant.
What I'm gonna do. Oh shit, what's up, movie? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this, boom,
Arculus uses three-factor authentication.
watch that later. But I'm gonna send it to the group. Bow. Boom. Go check that out. See what they talking about. Let me know something. But I do know moral of the story is Ethereum's getting an upgrade. So that's good for Ethereum. Ethereum should be doing some good stuff in these upcoming days, weeks, months, years, decades, fucking. So we look at Ethereum, right? You're seeing kind of been having a little bit of increase in price, nothing too crazy. Um, and when it comes to cryptos, Ethereum, especially, hey, that girl Scully, that's her thing. Those her babies, man. We're gonna have her host a class or something on that because she kills it when it comes to cryptos. Now let's talk about them big dogs. That's what I like. Let's talk about them big dogs. Let's talk about the stock market, baby. Oh, I got a cool little list. I'm gonna have to drop the y'all. But like, all right, boom. Looking at like S&P 500, man. We seeing shit's been going down. Hey, stock market's in trouble, man. They screaming on Wall Street. They don't know what to do. Ugh, this chart look hella ugly. I didn't even erase the line. I must have been doing it. What the fuck I did? Oh, hey man. Higher highs or lower lows, lower highs. That's what I'm seeing. Lower lows and lower highs. Now we do have a potential inverse head and shoulders for real. Like looking at it, I don't believe like stocks are gonna go higher anytime soon. But if we're taking, yeah, we're taking right, boom, left shoulder, head, I just stop this shit. Yeah, I'm not good at that. One day I'm gonna learn to use that thing. I don't think it worked good for inverse. It worked better for. All right, but boom. Let's take these away. Make this line chart. We're gonna see what I mean. All right. So I forgot what the fuck I said. All right, yeah. All right, bet. All right, stick with me here. I don't want like. All right, so left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Now, I ain't saying stock market's going up, but I'm saying if we respect this level right here and we start to see some uptrend movement, we may have a little, you know what I'm saying, inverse head and shoulders. You always got to keep all your possibilities open, right? You never completely close out a possibility, right? You leave it there. You leave it. You know what I mean? So for me, what is this? I gotta stop cussing so much. Truthfully, I'm trying to think. Not heavy impact when it comes to fundamentals this week. So I think this may be a week where we see some potential growth. Um, I'm gonna wait and see, man. Let me see when it comes to S&P. NASDAQ, they all struggling, man. Personally, my favorite is US 30. Honestly, for as crazy as US 30 is, US 30, I promise you, once you learn like fundamentals, technicals, I really feel like US 30 has the cleanest technical layout of anything. Like technical wise, like zones from it just really respects zones. Um Truthfully, I believe this could be a retrace. We could see some higher movement. Like I just got a feeling that we're gonna see some uptrending movements in this upcoming week or two. So I'm gonna say I'm bullish bias. I'm gonna say that. That's what I'm gonna say. Um Main things, right? We had a break above previous structure, right? So lower lows, right? We start to see uptrend. We broke above our previous lower high, kind of retesting the neckline here, this price action, and boom, probably continue to upside because I like this on. If we respect this on, a lot of these things just based off respect. Like I want to see certain areas respected. And then if I can see certain areas respected, I'll get in certain moves. But um how I trade will make a lot more sense when I break down the trading plan. So once I break this down, yeah, I got something for y'all. Once I break that down, y'all understand why I look at markets, how I look at markets. Like, well, I don't really marry a bias. Why I like just seem like I'm a wait. I'm a waiter. I'll wait to see what it does. And then I get in. I'm never like too antsy to trade. I used to be though. I used to like want to trade every second, every moment of the day. If I was up, if I could breathe, I want to trade. Like, nah, I really just sit down, I chill. I might set an alert or two for like my best probable setups. Trade New York session, early morning. Um, then keep it kosher past that. So honestly, that's what I'm looking at this week. This week, the main things I'm really looking at, like my main pair is GU. Um, my main pair is gonna be GU. I'm really interested in how GU moves this week. Potentially EU, just because I feel like we could have some potential movement there, even though I'm not the biggest EU trader. I think that'd be potential for a couple quick pips, right lot size, I'll make it worth it. Because everybody know EU moves so slow, so slow. Um, but as a matter of fact, I think I know a couple of y'all pairs. Let's check the Discord. Let's check the Discord. I think somebody trades GA. I don't remember. Hey, but y'all gotta let me know. Well, I guess we'll do like markup classes, but like if it's pairs y'all like, hey, can you break this down over the weekly overview? Like, just let me know. I'll break down y'all pairs a lot better. I'll break down my pairs. Because I know I don't be tripping off my pairs because I don't really prefer to trade on Monday. I just don't. I like to let Monday tell me what's up, and then typically after that, I'll start doing shit. So personally, that's why I'm like, on everything. Like, because I never do anything on Monday. Like, I don't even like. I look at charts. Like, I do my Sunday overview, but I don't hold anything to granted. This is all last week's movement, so I don't hold anything to granted until this week starts. Sunday, Monday. Like, I want to see what's cracking in, and then I'll be like, all right, I'll move like this, I'll move like that. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But until if it's not that, then I'm not really tripping off it too much. You know what I mean? Because I feel like right now, especially like right now, I feel like we're in a pivotal moment. This is like a wait type game. Like, don't force trades. Um, typically you'll only hurt yourself in the long run. So don't force trades. Don't try to like relax, calm down. You good? You know what I mean? If you don't, I'm sure ask the group. It's some cool traders in there, I promise. Moody is, Scully, Mike, me, Saf, fucking Noah, no drip. Hey, like it's some good. It's some hey, it's some shit. Like each one got to teach one. We all can grow. Like that. If you really want to know how we all gonna grow to be the best traders we gonna be, is when we all start acting like a family. For real. That's why y'all always hear me say good morning, family, good morning. You know what I'm saying? Family, because that's what I consider y'all. Like anybody need me in this group, y'all can always come to me. Life, advice, trading. Hey, I'm here. I mean, that's why I started this. That's why I'm doing this. Because I damn sure wish I had somebody like me. Excuse me. When I was first coming up. But luckily I did meet my boy, my main man, Mike. Money Mike. Hey, shout out to Money Mike. Money Mike, hey, that's the Don. When it comes to fundamentals, nobody better. Like, hey, fundamentally, he got it. He got it. I'll probably do another video later over like fundamentals moving forward. But I think that's gonna be it for this one. I got another video coming that I gotta make. The trading plan, going over that. That's gonna be fire. Y'all got any pairs? Like I said, let me know. I want to start getting actually. I got a couple stocks too. Like, what's on the stock list? Let's just look and see how stocks are performing. All right, Apple kind of down. Man, like Neo's a really good company, by the way. Like I've been looking. I'm gonna share like my list. I can't remember which account I have it on. But man, moving forward, the best stocks to get into right now is military defense and energy. Those two, when you think of the two, I like to think when it comes to stocks and shit, I like to think future wise, what's gonna have the biggest impact on the future. And then I'd like to think current on what's having the biggest impact currently, right? So future wise, I know electronics, you know what I'm saying? IT, AI, like, technology is always going to be our future long-term stronghold. Right now, we see with the energy crisis in Russia, the energy crisis around the world, even though gas prices have started to go down, don't think shit's sweet. Shit's still up. You know what I mean? At any given moment, shit could really turn all the way down. So with that energy, solar energy companies, fuel companies, also This is not investment advice. This is opinion based. You gotta say that. I don't always hear all the other traders say that. I am not a financial advisor. This is me talking my shit on what I like. Um, yeah, I'm kind of done. I may or may not be slightly, yeah. But as far as, all right, I'm gonna give y'all a gem on this one. I'm gonna see who watched it. All right, so there's 10. We all know the major indexes, right? NASDAQ, S&P, and the Dow Jones Industrial. There's also, and here's game. You want to build out the best stock portfolio, build it out like this. You take your 11 sectors, right? So within the stock market, there's 11 sectors: healthcare, materials, real estate, consumer staples, consumer, I really don't know what that word is, and I ain't gonna butcher it. Utilities, energy, industrials, communication, financial, tech. Take those 11 sectors, find the top 5 companies in those 11 sectors. Boom, you got a solid base. Now, just whatever sector you go, each sector top 5, right? When it comes to the NASDAQ, top 10 companies, staple companies, blue chip companies that are long term, year over year, gonna grow you. Taiwan Semiconductor, Johnson and Johnson, Visa, Meta, United Health, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple. Those your 10. You start investing in those 10, in 10 years, you'll be rich. Guarantee it. I would guarantee my life on it. If you invest in those 10 companies for the next 10 years, your whole life would be different. A new one, another one, not I wouldn't say new one, another one. NVIDIA, which is on the S&P 500, and NEO, which isn't, it's not in the top 10 of any of these, but NEO, hey, we gonna go over stocks, man. I got some good stock game. I ain't dropped shit. I got some shit I ain't talked. But that's it for this. I'm gonna go live my life. Not really. I got a whole nother video to record. But yeah, was I not recording this that whole time? No, I was. All right. Be breezy.